Welcome to this podcast on leading global projects. This session is on the topic of integration. I'm your host and guide, Thomas. As you can see in the picture above, in a global economy and global projects, there is a significant amount of interaction across companies and value chains. And that's the perspective that we want to use today when talking about the PMBOK guide. So when I say PMBOK and more, what I mean is things that are in the PMBOK, but also things that aren't highlighted adequately in our judgment. So here to the right, you can see the typical PMBOK: initiating, planning, executing, closing, monitor, control. And their flow is the blue: integration and stakeholder management flows into what's called initiating. And you can see the skills there. This is the same for all of the formats on the presentations in this group. Expert judgment, data, interpersonal skills are basically what you need according to the PMBOK in order to be able to accomplish initiating. Excuse me. So for the PMBOK integration, the result is a project charter. That shows the little green bubble up above. That's when a project actually becomes a project. There's money associated with it. There's a budget associated with it. The organization is expecting to assign resources to it. The one piece I want to warn you about in advance here is that this is a project for a single organization. It's a little more complicated than that in reality. We'll talk about that in a minute. So you develop a plan, not a schedule, but a plan, a strategy kind of idea. How you're going to manage the work, manage the knowledge, monitor and control, integrate the changes that happen during the course of the project, and then close it out at the end formally. So that's the PMBOK view. In addition to that, the and more part, you as the lead need to have a vision, a strategy meaning long-term, possibly practically more than the duration of the project. You need to be able to lead in a cross-cultural, diverse environment, and you need to pay a special attention to the stakeholders. And you need to be dependable. People need to expect you to be constant, if you would. So CPE is a collaborative program enterprise, and you can see the picture here, where you have a value chain of organizations scattered around the globe. Each has their own particular role to play. Each has their own particular sets of needs and organization and leadership. And the main item I want to emphasize today is the CPE lead means the person, the organization first, and the person in that organization that's responsible for pulling together all of these individual organizations, giving them a vision, and leading them toward a common goal. So more about the CPE. It's an integrated team. It should be looked at as an integrated team, not as a collection of organizations, but as if it were a global enterprise where everyone wore the same hat, everyone part of the same team, even though they're not part of your specific organization. Everyone is valued. Everyone is important. Every opinion is considered, and transparency is critical. You need to be open so that people feel as if you can be trusted. Nothing is being hidden. So like the jellyfish in the picture, the idea that there's nothing that you can't see as an out. So the CPE lead, think like a CPE CEO. Feel responsible for everyone. So everyone means all of the organizations and all of the people in all of the organizations in the CPE. That's not an easy task, but it is definitely doable, and it brings huge benefits. And as you can see in the picture, everyone, if you imagine each of these people as a metaphor for one of those organizations, everyone is connected as if they were part of the same organization. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed.